And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
And we are back here once again for the second half of our Thursday double feature after the Death Before Dishonor Wrestling, talking about the Intercontinental United States Championships as we bring forward our discussion for some honorable action that may have some unique circumstances, and for some others, they believe there are consequences. There will be Death Before Dishonor on this edition of City Predicting as we prepare for Ring of Honor's second pay of the year. Welcome everybody to the show. And hello everybody, welcome to this special, simple, late night edition of City Predicting. You know what this is. I am the simple man, Noel Foster. With me tonight is one of my friends in City Predicting. Been a while, but of course, he's a busy man. I appreciate him. He's also a pancake man. It's Tim. Tim, good to see you once again. How you feel about Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor coming tomorrow?
I'm good. I can't wait for this pay-per-view tomorrow. It's going to be a phenomenal pay-per-view.
All right, good deal.
For ROH.
There might be a little bit of latency, folks, so just go along with it. Again, your opinions matter too, folks. Of course, your opinions will be, of course, put up on the screen as we talk about these matches. And a form will go live. Of course, I do host an ROH League, despite the fact there are only primary 3 pay-per-views a year. Shout out to those that participated inaugurally so far, including not limited to Big Underscore Space, best name ever, Jerry Slaughter, Kimberly, Courts, Mark Griffith, my fellow horsemen of predictions, Chip Chadwick, and of course, Christopher Rotz. SC, King Kieta, the King, KIT King, King A-Train, Alistair Kiefer, Josh Shee, the Renegade Wrestling, JJ Williams, Ashley, Dwayne Atkinson, Brennan, Roddy Renz, just to name a few. But that being said, again, folks, please support us here at the Multiverse of Media. Super Chat's as simple as that if you want to dictate the conversation. Donate and dictate at Jeff Mission Network, Greg Cherry Brand, and Cassidy 18 Studios. But I figure without further ado, I'm looking forward to this show once again, too. So let's go ahead and bring forth some honor. Let's get right into it. Tonight, we are going to discuss what is now known 9 matches. I believe there will be also some stuff in the 0 hour, and one of these might be on the 0 hour. And again, folks, you can tune into the show. Come tomorrow, all of our watch along. They will have a 0 hour starting 7 p.m. Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific, and the actual pay-per-view starts 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. So it just says accordingly. And the only way to watch it is if you're a member of Honor Club. Become a member of Honor Club today, courtesy of ringofhonor.com, ringofhonorwrestling.com. And again, we'll be coming here at the Multiverse of Media. Me and James Hebert will be on the call. It'll be Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor. We'll start our coverage Friday, July 26th, 6 p.m. Standard Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. All right, well, now that we got all the formalities out of the way, let's go ahead and start talking about this show. It was announced, courtesy of the newest member of the Ring of Honor Board of Directors, Paul White, that the Undisputed Kingdom will not get a night off. They will be defending their Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships, of course, Mike Batt and Matt Taven, against the conglomeration. The Vianars, Kyle O'Reilly, a friend, doesn't matter, and of course, Stone Pitbull, Tomoshi E. After those subtle tensions as of late with the conglomeration, the Undisputed Kingdom that has really transpired across Collision, but they also did get a win in trios action. It has led to Kyle O'Reilly and Tomoshi E getting this ultimate opportunity. And of course, the Undisputed Kingdom will all contending for gold, while 2 are defending, 1 will be challenging. I look at this match and I think about it like this. With the way that Mike Bennett and Matt Taven have kind of been running Ring of Honor as of late, despite you may not agree with the nature or the gimmick, they basically have been unstoppable. Of course, coming off that great win against the Infantry at Supercard of Honor. And they literally demanded Tony Khan to bring forth more challengers, more competition, and otherwise give them the day off. Well, this is some unique competition with the fact they're trying to recruit Colorado, it seems, in the Undisputed Kingdom. But the Stone People is only here for the summer. I think the Undisputed Kingdom is going to retain. Tim, what do you think?
I think it's a new time for new champions. The United Kingdom had it for a while. I think it's time for new champions. Both the kingdom since they debuted. I think Isho and Kyle probably deserve to have a chance. Especially the way Isho fought against Jericho the other day on Dynamite. I think he's going to have a chance to get the title titles and win against it with Kyle.
All right. Well, I mean, hey, it's Ring of Honor. Weird things have happened. Apparently, there's been some unique discussions regarding Ring of Honor's future on a platform and maybe the streaming service. And shout out to Cassidy Studios, Rankin Wrestling, JJ Williams. Go check out me and him calling, of course, DNA Impact just a few minutes ago. Hi, JJ. Thanks for tuning in. And you're right. Tomoshi did take Jericho to the limit while he was Ring of Honor World Champion. And Tomoshi is a tag team specialist. Former IWGP Tag Team Champion. Notorious, never overweight six-man tag team champion. 3 times over. But this feels weird to me right now. Think of this conglomeration of a New Japan Pro Wrestler and an AEW wrestler can be in the long haul for Ring of Honor. Considering we don't know what the next of the G1 climax currently happening in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But we'll see. That's so far that we're partisan. All right. Well, again, folks, your opinions will matter too. I will have a form available shortly after this stream concludes. Will be all across my social medias at the end. Please stay tuned. Let's go ahead and move into our next match. Just going right through this card. We got a unique exhibition, Lucha Libre style. As we have ours known to do, they showcase other companies' unique exhibition. We've seen it with Stardom, LL in the past as it continues this time-honored tradition. It is Commander versus the Beast Mortos. You might remember him as Black Taurus from TNA. Straight up, this is a straight-up one-on-one exhibition match to demonstrate who is the better in-ring athlete and who could probably fly higher. At the Beast Mortos' recent showing on Collision against Darby Allin, but in a losing effort, and Commander right now, who's been every sort of way possible flying across our screens with mixed results here in Ring of Honor. Commander was just involved in Ring of Honor Go Home Tonight, winning alongside the team of Top Flight and Action and Andretti in a 10-man tag team action. I think for me, though, the Beast Mortos, he's been one of those guys that's been showcased in Ring of Honor as of late, but doesn't really get the win. I think Commander is going to win this. I think it's just one of those things where right now they're just testing the Beast Mortos once again. And maybe they're trying to find Commander some leverage. Maybe Church challenging for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship that we'll talk about later. So I'm actually going to go with Commander on this one. What do you think?
I think I'm going with Commander too. I think I can see Commander facing Atlantis Jr. If Atlantis retains the title tomorrow, whoever defends, I think Commander could go after that title. Was it the Pure title or
the Ring of Honor World Television Championship?
Yeah, so I think I can see Commander in that match down the feature line facing the champion, either Atlantis Jr. or whoever wins that match tomorrow.
All right. I mean, again, Ring of Honor, it's all about wins and losses. This is accurate, but he's also not in Ring of Honor, JJ, just saying. Otherwise, it'd be a whole different conversation. All right. Well, again, we're just blowing through this card, but how fitting you talk about that very title. Let's go into our next match as we deem worthy on this card. And talk about, to your point, the Ring of Honor Television Championship, held by Cinema Atlantis Jr. after beating Kyle Fletcher. He's already got one defense underneath his reign. But now he has survived a field of 5 others. It is literally last person standing wins. It is pinfall elimination, the same exact way Kyle Fletcher won the title back at Supercard of Honor. Can you believe that, folks? Or actually, it was a final battle last year. Excuse me. Botch. Atlantis Jr. defends against Lee Johnson, Leo Rush, Shane Taylor, one of the most notorious Ring of Honor Television champions in this company's history, Johnny TV, who believes he's always TV ready, and who better? The Machine, Brian Cage, who's one of the most notorious Ring of Honor 6-man World Tag Team champions, but now is looking for singles gold. The fact that Kyle Fletcher isn't involved in this match, I find very intriguing. And the fact that he also hasn't gone after his rematch either, I also find intriguing, saying that the next time we face each other, it'll be on my home domain. But Kyle Fletcher isn't part of this. It's a who's who, and as a tradition with all forms of wrestling predictions, when it comes to 6-man fields that involve an elimination aspect towards one person left standing in the end, I give you 2. I give you 2 picks. Your primary worth 2 and your secondary worth 1 to give you a better chance at winning this match. So that being said, Tim, you did just point out Lennox Jr. possibly retaining the Ring of Honor Television Championship and maybe Commander could be a future challenger. Do you think he survives this field here? And in case he doesn't, who's your backup?
I think he can survive this field, but I think Leo Rush, Leo Rush, whatever you want to call him now, I think he's going to be a good contender in this match because he's been in high-flying matches. I think he could, because look at John on TV. John TV's everywhere. I don't think he's going to have a chance. Lee Johnson, doesn't he have a title match against Yuta or someone?
He had a title match against Kyle Fletcher at Supercard of Honor and a fall-up 2 out of 3 falls, lost both.
Yeah, so I think if Atlantis Jr. don't win it, I think it's going to be Leo Rush going to win it.
Interesting. Leo Rush, I do wonder, though, are we dealing with the Bad Child? Are we dealing with the Black Heart? Are we dealing with the Man of the Hour here? And Lee Johnson, he was the first eliminated in the last Survival of the Fittest match for the Ring of Honor Television Championship, in which Kyle Fletcher won, making it all the way to the end. I do think, though, that Brian Cage, though, will be an awesome champion, former FTW champion, of course, in AEW, former TNA Impact World Champion, if y'all remember that era. I think it would be kind of cool for Brian Cage to get, and I think he has all the tools as well. But again, also, Shane Taylor is one of the most notorious Ring of Honor Television champions in company history. Rumble, Batman, Rumble, and of course, Shane Taylor Promotions, they have a chance to come out this night with 2 pieces of gold. I think Leo Rush right now is the biggest X factor here, considering he's been across Prestige Wrestling, the Japan Pro Wrestling, etc. I mean, he just made his Ring of Honor return tonight, and he lost in tag team action, including against Shane Taylor and Giant TV, who worked together to beat Leo Rush and Atlantis Jr. under nefarious means. I do think, though, it is safe to go with Lee Johnson here as a secondary because of how driven he is and how far he took Kyle Fletcher. Now, what am I saying? Kyle Fletcher and Lee Johnson ran back. So my 2 actually for this match, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Lee Johnson for secondary. And as far as primary, because Shane Taylor has been putting the work across Ring of Honor and AEW, especially after the fallout with Mother Nature and his family, where he feels like he was forgotten and looking to take everything from Tony Khan. I'm actually going with Shane Taylor here. I'm going to go shoot myself on the board and see what happens. I'm going with Lee Johnson and Shane Taylor. A little note here in Kazain Studios. It'll be obviously Brian Cage as Ring of Honor World Championship champion as LA Knight. As WWE United States champion at the same time. If you know, you know. And of course, we're talking about something thing next week. And the man whose name on the marquee, Jeff Meacham, absolutely agrees. And personally, I would not mind both those being my champions of television or this nation. But again, we'll have to wait and see. All right. Well, moving on down the line, let's keep going down this little shindig and changing gears to a match not for a championship, but has championship implications. It is Join the Dark Order. Evil Uno, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver contending against, that graphic is not fooling you folks, considering this is from Arlington, Texas. The Von Erichs and Dustin Rhodes. What the hell? But this is unique considering how much respect the Rhodes and the Erichs have and how far they go back in the decades and how Dustin says, stay with me, boys, and you'll go places. And of course, the guy that truly shows nothing but perseverance on his last ride has been looking for a championship of some kind since being a part of AEW in 2019 inaugurally. And the Von Erichs, again, notorious tag team champions. They were tag team champions, of course, in MLW. The Dark Order, however, though, have never held any form of gold, but has been one of the longest running trios, units since AEW's history, and kind of developed a dark side of night until they faced the Iron Claw, courtesy of Von Erich himself, which was freaking awesome. And of course, Evil Uno coming off that same match in Prestige Championship Wrestling against Allen Angels in a losing effort. We've also seen the Ring of Honor Tag Champions get challenged by Dark Order's Alex Reynolds and Johnny Hungy, John Silver, in a losing effort a number of times. I really want the Dark Order one day to have their moment, but we're in Texas, damn it. And I feel like Dustin Rhodes has at least one last ride in the gas tank towards championship. And keep in mind, folks, the winners of this match will face Undisputed Kingdom for the Ring of Honor World 6-man Tag Team Championships at Battle Belts 11 the following day. That is this Saturday this week, because those titles are now officially vacated. Tim?
So Noah,
yes.
but I just want to add context really quick before you move on. That means, boys and girls at home, there will actually be a championship awarded to new hands at a Battle of the Belts. Dear Christ, it's the seventh sign. The end is nigh.
Accurate. That being said, the championships aren't on the line tomorrow night, but the opportunity is. So, Tim, who moves forward to face the Undisputed Kingdom for the now vacated Ring of Honor World Six-Man Tag Team Championships at Battle of the Belts 11?
I said the two Cowboys with Dustin Rhodes. When the you want to say the three Texan people, the three Cowboys, or whatever you want to call them.
It's a trios of Texans, to be fair.
There you go. So yeah, walking tall. There you go.
That's not a great movie, by the way.
Yeah, I think they're gonna win. Yeah, after what happened at ROH tonight with the minimal call, I think Dustin wants is gonna be the last match, so he deserves to have a title before he retires from AW or ROH.
Yeah, about to say, and folks, please support the natural Dustin Rhodes and his academy here on YouTube and their showcases, by the way, with the Dustin Rhodes Wrestling Academy. I've been watching those, of course. The great stuff, as always. So I agree with you. I think Dustin deserves this moment. The fact I got to see Dustin challenge Claudio Castagnoli for the Ring of Honor World Championship on Rampage is something I'm going to take near and dear the rest of my life. Dustin being one of my all-time favorite wrestlers, and I still think Dustin should at this point been a TNT champion or a Ring of Honor World champion. If Eddie Kingston can do it, I'm just saying Dustin Rhodes damn sure deserves it. That being said, let's see what we got here in the chat. Give me Dustin and Von Erichs. Dustin deserves one more championship before he retires. Exact words that Tim echoed. We're all in agreement here. We are with the Natural and the Von Erichs. And someone tells me there will be a final reckoning and an Iron Claw waiting for the Undisputed Kingdom on Saturday night. All right. So that was the first match that we actually agreed upon. So good deal. Let's go. Yeah, right. Well, we'll see if that continues. Let's go ahead and keep moving things forward as we are in Texas. How fitting we have a Texas death match. It is Diamante taking on legit Layla Hirsch for the fifth time. After Diamante finally broke the streak and beat Diamante in a ridiculous street fight, compromising her ribs, by the way, possibly too, where Diamante took legit Layla Hirsch to her world and was able to beat her literally 2 weeks ago. Prior to that, legit Layla Hirsch has always been able to out-wrestle Diamante to the point that she may have had compromised ribs. Well, now they're at the end game of their feud for the time being, as both women look to contend maybe possibly for the Ring of Honor Women's World Television Championship down the line. We have a Texas death match. If anyone knows Diamante's history, she's no stranger to this. Legit Layla Hirsch has been out to prove a point, though, in how far and how hard she's willing to fight. And I think also legit Layla Hirsch is also somebody way overdue. Of course, both of these women were involved in the inaugural tournament for the Ring of Honor Women's World Television Championship, which of course culminated with Billy Starks winning, outsmarting Queen Aminata. And we'll talk about Billy Starks later. But that being said, you got to imagine the winner here is going to be a future challenger. Tim, who do you got winning this Texas death match?
I think the underdog of the match is gonna be Layla Hirsch. Is gonna win against Diamante and face Billy Starks in the future after Billy Starks beats Red Velvet tomorrow. I think so. Down the line.
I feel like legit Layla Hirsch, though, again, is not coming in here at 100% considering what she went through, though, last week in that street fight with Diamante, not to mention the fall from Collision and that lumberjack match where Diamante and Hirsch start throwing fists at each other. But yeah, it's one of those things where I look at a Texas death match. It's a test of will, and it's also a battle for survival, for being perfectly honest. The crazier, more reckless individual willing to risk their own body, I think, is going to win this. And I think legit Layla Hirsch has a point to prove. At one point, she literally was talking about all I do is lose and lose and lose, including when she fought her friend Rachel Ellering, and that was her last big win. She almost was questioning herself whether or not she belongs here. Can she actually move forward in this crazy world called professional wrestling? Damn it. And I do think Diamante, being the veteran that she is definitely going to put her to her limits. And we're going to see how legit Layla Hirsch can be. But I agree with you. I think legit Layla Hirsch finds a way to out-savage Diamante, if that's even possible for somebody from the 301 represent. So I'm going with legit Layla Hirsch as well. Good luck to both. Don't injure each other. Please. That's all I'm saying. We got enough injuries. Don't injure each other. I see Texas Death Match, and I'm like, injury forewarning. Just saying. All right. Well, as we move on from there, we're over halfway through this card. Let's continue talking about, again, as I literally talked about, what might be a cause and effect. Let's talk about the Ring of Honor Women's World Television Championship. The inaugural champion, our own silly Billy Starks, of course, the minion that leads, part of course, the minion overlord's entourage with Lexi Nair and the champion herself, Athena, defends the gold against not Queen Aminata, but her running mate, Red Velvet, looking to stir it up and trying to come back her loss at the last Battle of the Belts, by the way, against Athena for Ring of Honor Women's World Championship. Not to mention, Billy Starks has kind of really channeled more what Athena's been for the last, what is it now, a year and a half, quite literally. And literally, we've seen a darker, more aggressive, more cheating nature for Billy Starks. I do think here, though, that Red Velvet, again, has a big point to prove, as so many do here as well. And again, there'll be death before dishonor, but I think dishonor is going to come before death here, particularly as we've seen what Billy Starks has become since literally following Athena so much to the point that she probably literally uses her as a role model more than her mother, if you remember the fallout from Supercard of Honor. It's hard for me to bet against Billy Starks at this point, let alone what we'll talk about later. No offense to Red Velvet, who's been stirring it up across AEW and Ring of Honor since both companies' inception as of this new era of wrestling, but I don't think Red Velvet gets the dub. I think she gets close, but I think Billy Starks finds a way to outsmart her. I think Billy Starks is retaining. What about you?
I think Billy Starks retaining too. She's gonna be the death to Red Velvet. That's what I'm saying right now. It's gonna bring the death to Red Velvet. It's gonna be a close match, and especially when Billy Starks on the darker side and a more evil Billy Starks. So I think she's gonna win and retain.
Of course, we saw also on the go home tonight, it was Billy Starks and Athena and Lexi Nair that outsmarted Queen Aminata and Red Velvet, which might cause them to act recklessly as emotions might run all-time high. And Athena showed she was clear using that boot. And of course, Billy Starks was able to create a distraction after Lexi Nair almost got dropped by Queen Aminata. Lexi Nair is not even a competitor, by the way. You could have risked fire suspension, Queen. You better watch yourself. So, again, and of course, Ring of Honor, this era, has been the show of literally MEM, Minion Empowered Movement. We're all minions underneath the fallen goddess, with Athena, who's been unstoppable, and having her top minion, Billy Starks, claiming inaugurally the second Ring of Honor Women's Championship now in this era of honor. And Lexi Nair, she's finally learning the ways of Athena to the point she's got that self-confidence in herself and her unbiased journalism, as demonstrated tonight during that 5-minute face-to-face. So I think that Ring of Honor truly is MEM for life. So I got Billy Starks as well. All right. We're moving on from there to something that may not be pure. Let's go to the Ring of Honor Pure Championship. It's the Ring of Honor Pure Champion with a Yuta defending against Taga Style. Lee Moriarty. Of course, people know Lee Moriarty as part of Shane Taylor Promotions. Also had one of the greatest matches inaugurated this era of Ring of Honor against Jay Lethal, taking the former Ring of Honor Pure Champion World Champion, the Foundation, to his limit. Wheeler Yuta, of course, has been MIA for a little while due to injury. However, did come back recently. And while he won in tag team action tonight, it was Shane Taylor that got the last shot in, and Wheeler Yuta might be coming to this with a disadvantage. The reason that Lee Moriarty has this match, by the way, folks, because Ring of Honor does what's called proving grounds. If you hang and last with the champion for 10 minutes, you get a guaranteed title shot. It's only happened 2 times in the history of this era of Ring of Honor. It was the Infantry that did with the Undisputed Kingdom and got their tag title shot at Supercard of Honor, and Lee Moriarty did it with Will Yuta. He went the 10-minute distance. So here we are with a Ring of Honor Pure Championship match. The Pure title, of course, is very differently contested, folks. There necessarily are limits towards when you can use the ropes for permanent advantage. Closed fists, of course, means a disqualification after 2 of them. And if others get involved, they risk suspension or termination. It will be a one-on-one affair. And again, we'll talk more about the Ring of Honor Pure rules come tomorrow night if you all have not seen a Pure rules match. This match, of course, highlighted by the likes of Bryan Danielson, Najee McGinnis, Jay Leaf, as I said earlier, the wrestler Katsuyori Shibata, and, of course, Daniel Garcia. Get well soon. That being said, Tim, Ring of Honor Pure Championships on the line. Blackpool Combat Club, Forging Combat, the only goal Blackpool Combat Club has since John Moxley lost IWGP Heavyweight Championship, and by the way, been MIA ever since, just putting that out there. And Claudio Castagnoli, former Ring of Honor World Champion, you got to consider that Wheeler Yuta being the young boy of this group is always having a point to prove. And the fact he's been gone for so long, but been wanting to defend and showcase this title is going to drive him towards victory. I actually have the champ retaining. What about you? You're muted. Botch. And he's frozen. Double botch.
I think this is going to be the first.
Yeah. We're live, pal. Oh, internet. You gotta love it. Well, that being said, as he tries and gets that together, he may need to refresh or re-guided. Again, folks, for those that don't know, are you fixed yet? Is he fixed? Is he broken like the system or broken like Matt Hardy? You tell me. You're re-rolling. Yeah, he's re-rolling.
Try it now, boys.
Yeah. Tim, you might have to. Yeah, you might have to drop out and come back in because you're buffering
You're
back.
yeah, Tim, go ahead and dip out and come back in.
dip out. Damn, Jeff. That was kind of.
I was literally starting because I'm exhausted and I'm having a conversation off screen here. Okay.
Anyway,
right, yeah, Tim, go ahead and dip back out and we'll try to come back in. Okay, just go ahead. I'll kick you that way you can have it reset and then come out back in.
Yeah. So as he does that, I'll go ahead and explain a pure rules match for those that don't know. So basically, each wrestler starts with 3 rope breaks, and then after a wrestler exhausts the rope breaks, pinfall submissions count inside the ropes. Yeah, I know it's a crazy concept. Just go with me. Closed fists basically can be used to any part of the body, excluding low blows, and to the face. The first closed fist to the face yields a warning. Second one results in disqualification. Title can change hands via disqualification, and also a 20 count on the outside is applied here. These Ring of Honor Pure Rules matches also have a time limit. If it goes the time limit, it will be literally determined by a panel of judges. And again, the Ring of Honor Pure Championship can also change hands via pinfall or submission or knockout. That being said, Tim, there you go. Now you seem like you're back to normal. Who you got winning this Ring of Honor Pure Championship match?
I think Lee Moriarty could be the underdog to defeat Will Yuta and win the Pure Championship match.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's going to be the first title change of ROH.
I guess there should be at least one title change here on Death Before Dishonor. Some people would think. All right. I mean, it's bold, but it's fair. All it takes is 3 seconds. And Will Yuta literally did lose this before against Catcher Jabbar, took him to school. And not to mention, Derek Garcia at a previous time, now a 3-time Ring of Honor Pure Champion. And again, I talk about Shane Taylor Promotions trying to Rumble, Batman Rumble, take over. If Shane Taylor's going to become the television, Lee Moriarty, the Pure, 2/3 are right there, got gold. So, I mean, it's an interesting thought. All right. Well, as we continue here, we're getting near the end. We only have our main World Championships left. So let's go ahead and get right into the Women's World Championship. It is the unstoppable, unpinned, unsubmitted, unopposed falling goddess, the most prolific figure in the Ring of Honor ecosystem this era. This is her show, damn it. The Ring of Honor Women's World Champion Athena, who's been champion now for over a year and a half with 30-plus defenses underneath her reign, breaking every porcelain husbands out of Ring of Honor, AEW, Tokyo Joshi, Pro Wrestling, and more. She defends the gold against Queen Aminata, who's looking to drive her boots so far through Athena's face, she'll have a reason to say she's actually injured. And of course, Queen Aminata was in the finals of the Ring of Honor Women's World Television Tournament against Billy Starks. But Billy Starks, with a little bit of tomfoolery, outsmarted us all and got the better of Queen Aminata. She's been boiling ever since. After Red Velvet lost against Athena, though, and Billy Starks about to plant her face in the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship, Queen Aminata came to Red Velvet's aid, and both Queen Aminata and Red Velvet are on a mission to take down MEN and put honor into their own image. Queen Aminata is one of those also that just came on the scene recently, and again, has had a bit of misfortune, but I do think after Athena used that boot to her face, that Queen Aminata is going to give her a receipt and try and actually injure her. But Athena is also somebody that literally finds a way to win every time, whether or not it's fairly, honorably, or downright violent and aggressively. If there's one person you don't bet against in this day and age of professional wrestling, damn it, it's Athena. And I think the story remains the same here because I don't think there's a wrestler capable enough right now to dethrone Athena in this industry or in this company. I got Athena retaining. What do you got, Tim?
I think I have Athena retaining, or everyone retaining. Even though Queen Amanita had like a lot of pushes in AEW and stuff, but I still think Athena is going to retain. So.
Yeah, and then there's just a matter of who the hell else do you put after her after this? I mean, literally.
Billy Starks?
I mean, if Billy Starks gets a little bit too big and she wants more gold, maybe that could be a final battle thing. But right now, clearly Billy Starks and Athena are fine ruling together this entire, not just women's division, but this company. So there's that. And again, at this point, who do you put up against her? I mean, the latest arrival to the Ring of Women's division is Maria Shafir, who right now has been putting everybody to sleep with mother's milk. And I think she still has a little bit of ways to go before she challenges Athena. Though there was that tag match, and Ronda Rousey and Maria Shafir did beat Athena and Billy Stark. So I guess there's always that callback history. So I guess there's that. And I also talk about the virtuous Diana Purrazzo, but it sounds like her and Taya Valkyrie are looking around roughshod in Collision in front of Rosa. She's trying to find that confidence in herself. Maybe going to Ring of Honor will give her the confidence that she needs. After all, we are in Texas. So, again, it's a wide spectrum. We also saw Mission Pro Town involved in that Lumberjack affair. Maybe a town from Mission Pro can try and take down a fan. Maybe the former Mission Pro Women's Champion, Tiffany Neves. So, again, I'm curious.
Genocide. Maybe Genocide, former champion, another former champion.
That's right. Yeah, she was the former champion before the person that beat her. And Tiffany Neves beat her. And then, of course, the current champion is Izzy Moreno, I believe the youngest champion right now in the wrestling business at 70 years old. Congrats to her. And of course, we'll cover her next match here on the Jim Ramos Media, folks, at their show not called Heatwave. They changed the name, thankfully. All right. Well, we basically briefed for this card because we talked about a lot of maybe title changes, title holds. We talked about what the future could be prior to Final Battle. We talked about who's going to demonstrate honor before dishonor and vice versa, who may have depth before dishonor. But let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's talk about two Ring of Honor OGs in our main event. Eden boy, Mark Briscoe. Oh my gosh, that smile. Seriously. The smile and then just the side graphic just tells so much about this guy when it comes to in and out of professional wrestling. Damn it. The Ring of Honor World Champion Mark Briscoe defends the gold against the Undisputed Kingdom's Roderick Strong, the Messiah of the Backbreaker. And the founder will tell you something else about him, too, I'm sure, in the chat here shortly. That being said, Mark Briscoe, of course, he man up and finally won this title. Damn it. He's not wrong, but damn it. He won this title against Eddie Kingston, finally had his moment during WrestleMania weekend at Supercard of Honor, and has defended against the likes of Kyle Fletcher, but he's always defended the pride of the Briscoe name and the Briscoe family, finally getting action figures of him and his brother. Respect. That was a noble moment. Not to mention coming off a war, quite literally, in the name of AEW, putting down some entitled millennials during Blood and Guts. Go check our callback, folks, in the archives. Roderick Strong, of course, earned his opportunity beating Dalton Castle in a number one contenders match on Collision, the Messiah of the Backbreaker, former AEW International Champion. Again, Ring of Honor OG, part of the original Kingdom. Theoretically, Roderick Strong wins here. By the end of the weekend, Roderick Strong will be a double champion. Keep that in mind, folks. And there's the comment I knew that was going to come up. The evil son of a gun who ought to have been charged with attempted fetal murder 17 years ago. He is never going to let that go. Seriously, he is never going to let that go, is he? And I should probably leave that up. Thank you for moving that. That being said, the Ring of Honor World Championship has been defined across so many incredible legacies. Whether you're talking about Jay Briscoe, RIP. You talk about the former Ring of Honor World Champion and Claudio Castagnoli. We talk about Jay Lethal, Jonathan Gresham, Kevin Steen, just to name a few. Christopher Daniels. I mean, the list goes on and on. Samoa Joe, still the most prolific, I believe, longest reigning Ring of Honor World Champion in this company's history. Not even against Brian Daniels. I could go on and on all night. You did talk about that you already called for one title change earlier, but you had no title changes regarding the women. So when it comes to the World Championship, do you see Mark Briscoe still being the front tooth missing face of Ring of Honor? Do you still see Mark Briscoe retaining?
Yeah, I can see the hockey player Mark Briscoe retain. Definitely. The hockey player, Michael Briscoe, retained
But
in
about to
Texas.
say, you're not just saying that because you're a hockey fan, are you?
I like hockey too, but I think
Damn it.
but let's go back to ROH. I think he's going to retain against Roderick Strong.
Yeah, with the fact of how far he's got to get to this moment, and literally it feels like Warner Bros. Discovery is finally, absolving themselves of former sins, not putting this man on our television in the first place on their networks. It just feels like right now he is that guy you need at the forefront, maybe not the marquee, because again, that picture without the teeth in the front, that's only a smile a mother could love, but it is definitely encouraging every time the man speaks gospel on the mic. And again, we man up, we fight till we can't fight no more. And of course, he's part of the Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor promo package, literally talking about that fighting spirit. I think Roderick Strong's never going to rearrange his spine, but something tells me that Roderick Strong is going to come up short and be at the end of his own heartache here. No disrespect to the Messiah the Backbreaker, but Mark Briscoe right now is the guy to lead Ring of Honor into the future. I think Mark Briscoe also retains as well. Now, whether or not, there's a surprise somebody that shows up at the end to confront him, to challenge him, maybe Claudio Castagnoli, who last year said that Mark Briscoe, if you want this moment, you need to be sure that you're ready. And again, last year, Mark Briscoe couldn't face Claudio Castagnoli because he was injured. So Claudio Castagnoli, who recently came back, by the way, and said that he wants this title back, running it back with Claudio Castagnoli and Mark Briscoe, take my damn money. So I can see Claudio Castagnoli confronting Mark Briscoe after this, or whoever comes out Ring of Honor World Champion, despite our predictions maybe being wrong. But either way, Ring of Honor is once again going to show why honor is still real, and some people will literally have death before dishonor. That being said, folks, for you tuning into the simple edition of Super Predicting, again, what are your predictions for Ring of Honor's future? Do you have any major title changes as well? And stop the producer man when he's telling lies. Oh, God, he's going to play the GIF. Yes, folks, this is actual video evidence, by the way. You're looking at PWG and Roderick Strong using a pregnant wheelchair lass against Jack Evans. That's a whole different vibe that I can't get down with, unlike in Helicals. Damn it. That being said, there was definitely dishonor there before death. So again, this show, hopefully it'll be the opposite. I'm sure they'll announce more stuff during the Zero, including the debut of the MXN collection, the former Masa and Mansoor that were just really coming off a 4-way in Prestige Championship Wrestling for the Prestige Tag Team Championships. And I'm sure there'll be another women's contest on the ballot as well. Maybe we'll get like Rachel Ellering involved. Maybe Thunder Rosa does arrive in Ring of Honor and try and find her confidence. We'll see. But it should be an interesting show nonetheless. Again, folks, we'll be covering that here tomorrow. Me and James Keebert on the call. Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor only available on our club unless you buy it on Triller TV. We'll start our coverage Friday, July 26th, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. And again, the forum will be live shortly once the video concludes. That being said, before we give out a fine adieu, thank you all again, once again, for tuning in to another very simple edition of Super Predicting. It was quite honorable as is tradition. Tim, been a long time, but it's been a simple pleasure. Anything you want to plug, promote, where can people find you?
Everywhere. I'm in all prediction leagues on FB. So everywhere with Jeff Chadwick, and I'm on MWO, another former on the panel usually sometimes.
Right.
Other people, other leagues, Dallas is the league, Delirious is, all the other leagues.
All the leagues, all the prediction leagues.
All the prediction leagues that FB offer.
Yeah, right. Don't overwhelm yourself, man. Been a pleasure. Good stuff. And again, folks, you can follow me. You can follow the social medias at Imposter1916, primarily here on the Twitter and on YouTube, for I am nothing more but a simple man and a lifelong fan of professional wrestling. Damn it! Only wishes to encourage you. There are no winners, there are no losers, there are no betters. Just fans of opinions with this passion we all share. At the end of the day, folks, support one another, respect each other, protect your mentality too. Treasure your families and just enjoy life and enjoy professional wrestling. It's truly as simple as that. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in for this unique way to finish out Thursday night here as we sit to predict Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Hit the bell as the video goes live on demand on any of the channels here at the Multiverse of Mia. Hit the subscribe button. I share our creative content, our passion, our outlooks on all things wrestling. Shout out to the W family on their social medias. Is not letting up anytime soon. for the man who's nailed the marquee, for my friend in predictions tonight, for Tim, for everybody who tuned in to anything across the multiverse so far this week, including Thursday. Thank you once again. We'll see you Friday where the fun continues, starting with Real ROH Death Before Dishonor before we get into the weekend and so much more. So until then, make a positive impact in life and have a good night.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
Roderick Strong's a baby killer.
Damn it, Jeff!
No!